We're a country at a crossroads. A month ago in Georgia, Black women led a multiracial coalition to elect the Reverend of the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church and a Jewish millennial to the Senate. Hours later, white supremacist insurgents stormed the Capitol, heeding the call of an authoritarian looking to hold on to power by any means. This is the choice before our country. But it's not new. We've been here before. The legacies of last month's events were baked into our founding. One legacy, an aspirational ideal of a government where equality is for all. It's the legacy our forebears used as a beacon to deepen democracy and self-determination. The other, an unconfronted legacy of those who wrote into our institutions an architecture to create division and myths and lies of human hierarchy in order to justify dehumanization, exploitation, and land theft, all to benefit their own wealth and power. It is a legacy that has left a cycle of violence in its wake. It deflates our greatest victories and remains an open wound. Being American is more than the pride we inherit. It is the past we step into and how we repair it. The only way to realize our ideal is to redress our past. That's why we're building a movement to do just that. Project Truth, Reconciliation, and Reparations. We're building a mass movement to face and redress the original and ongoing sins of this country, build a lasting multiracial democracy that hears, sees, and serves all of us. Nearly a year ago, we began to build an intersectional Black and Native woman-led team of activists, strategists, and culture makers who have helmed some of the most transformative movements of the past decade. We stepped out of our organizing silos and began to build a plan to attack this problem at the root. Together, using the Momentum model, we are building an organization to launch a mass movement with a narrative that makes new meaning of our hardships, exposes the architecture of inequality we must transform, and invites us to step into a legacy of coming together to make this country a place where justice is for all. A culture that invites and attracts people of all walks of life into a community of belonging. A structure to engage and harness the power of the millions of people our data shows us are ready to organize at scale to end systemic inequality. And a strategy to build the narrative and political power to right the wrongs, rewrite the rules, and deliver transformative change in our institutions. The time for this conversation is upon us, and we are ready. We're halfway through our strategic planning process and expecting a public launch of this movement later this year. Help us build the movement to meet this moment. We're looking for fiscal support to beta test our movement, collaborators to build our movement, collaborators, and to help us build our team to get to launch. We're also looking for partnerships with truth tellers, storytellers, and other organizations looking to transform politics to rectify our past. And finally, we're looking for some physical space to convene our virtual COVID-only team. The road to democracy leads through justice. It's time for truth, reconciliation, and reparations. If you want to be a part of supporting us to get this over movement into the world, we'd love to chat.